3 months prior to an NTC rotation, a combined arms battalion began its train-up for the exercise. A mechanized infantry company's M2A3 Bradley fighting vehicle had a fuel leak, so the company's field maintenance team replaced the Bradley's lower fuel cell and lower fuel cell pumps. 1 month later, the battalion began a gunnery density to certify all combat weapon systems prior to the rotation. The mishap Bradley was used extensively during the exercise. Numerous crews hotbedded and fired with this vehicle because of various maintenance issues impacting other Bradleys in the unit. Following gunnery, the battalion conducted annual services on all combat vehicles to include the mishap Bradley. The mishap Bradley passed a final road test after completing services. The month prior to the NTC rotation, the unit's parent Armor Brigade Combat Team Safety Manager completed a Deliberate Risk Assessment Worksheet or DRAW for the upcoming rotation. Under the subtask of Vehicle Operations, he identified vehicle fires as a hazard. Controls identified related to the hazard of vehicle fires included all vehicles must have an operational fire extinguisher and personnel must be trained on fire evacuation drills. The initial risk level for vehicle operations was extremely high, and the residual risk level was high. The staff included recommended courses of action related to vehicle operations and range operations live fire. The brigade commander approved the Deliberate Risk Assessment Worksheet and included the additional guidance: if leaders are not fully confident in the safety of a situation, stop immediately to understand and mitigate risk. The Combined Arms Battalion did not produce a separate draw for the NTC rotation and communicated to mishap investigators they intended to implement the controls as outlined in the brigade draw. After RSOI at the NTC, the Mechanized Infantry Company moved from the rotational unit bivouac area to their first tactical assembly area. During the movement to the TAA, the crew of the Bradley identified a possible fuel leak and notified the field maintenance team. On numerous occasions over the past 6 months, the FMT had attempted to resolve fuel leaks in the main fuel transfer hose between the lower and upper fuel cells. Upon arrival at the TAA, an FMT mechanic attempted to tighten the fuel line fitting on the main fuel transfer hose. She then instructed the driver not to refuel the Bradley as the FMT would need to order a new hose and they did not want to drain the upper fuel cell in order to install it. Although the Bradley was identified as having a fuel leak, the FMT did not deadline the vehicle. The following day, when the mishap Bradley was used in a movement to contact mission, a member of the infantry squad seated in the troop compartment noticed a glow under the left turret floor. The squad member unsuccessfully attempted to gain the attention of the crew in the turret by striking the turret shield door, as the infantry squad did not have internal communications with the vehicle crew. Approximately 10 minutes later, the squad members in the Bradley troop compartment noticed electrical arcing under the turret floor in the area of the backup turret batteries, and a small fire in the sub-turret floor area. The soldiers resumed banging on the turret shield door until they were finally able to alert the Bradley commander of the fire. The Bradley commander instructed the driver to stop the vehicle. The crew and squad members did not close the Bradley hatches following their egress, nor did anyone pull the manual fire suppression T-handle located on the outside of the Bradley. As a result, the Bradley burned for more than 2 hours until the local fire department was able to extinguish the fire. The Bradley and the soldiers' weapons that were left inside the Bradley were a total loss.